Guys. I'm gonna start recording it now. Boom. So another live trading session today. If you guys didn't get in yet, make sure you guys get in on the giveaway in the Discord chat. I'm gonna go up. Pretty much all you need to do is you just gotta post. 2020's winding down now. We got 3 months left. I know I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do to finish out the year strong. So for you guys, what are you guys thinking about for the end of the year? What are you guys gonna be working on? Write down some goals that you guys have. Chance to win $50. All you got to do is enter in the Discord chat. So make sure you guys get over there, type in your response. I'm gonna get you guys a winner probably by the end of today. So make sure you guys get in there. Yeah. So let's hop on to Discord and let's start up with DXY. So the market has been pretty wild recently. We've been consolidating a lot with DXY. We've been a lot of different movement in here. So we're trying to adjust best that we can given the market conditions. And guys, that's the name of the game with technicals. You always got to be adjusting to the market conditions that we have. So we got Nick joining up here. What's up? What's up?
There we go. Check, check. Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's it
It's
going?
good.
Happy Tuesday.
All right, cool. So we're going to get started with DXY. Let's just bump all the way up to the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, like I said, we're finding some support here on DXY. We're kind of in no man's land. We're between this monthly, weekly level right now. Last night had a little bit of a fall off on the weekly time frame. If this closes, could be a bearish engulfing, so more sellers than buyers. And then just coming down time frames, let's just go down to the daily. So daily time frame, as we can see, price had been falling off pretty aggressively until we had this pop above. So we had this bullish movement, and we had this large wick rejection. I have this random line placed. So we rejected this area very aggressively, as you can see. So right now, I am expecting DXY to fall at least into this area before potentially finding support and heading higher. And as we come down to the 4-hour, obviously we can see price is starting to turn over here, very aggressive. Just looking at it from multiple time frames. So you got the daily time frame, couple bearish candles in a row, and then how does that break down into the lower time frame? So lower time frame, the 1 hour is obviously making some lower lows and lower highs. Ultimately, we had this large fall off here, and we started to make all these lower highs right here. Boom, and we had this level break. So as soon as this broke, this is when we kind of signaled that this was turning over from bullish to bearish. As you can see, had a little bit of retest here last night, and then this thing had a lot of volume and fell off. So again, DXY, we're just looking to see how it reacts really down into this area. I'm going to even adjust this a little bit more, the 92.70 area. And once it reaches there, we'll see whether it gets support or it heads much lower. So with that in mind, let's take a look at some pairs. Let's start off with UCAD. And keeping in mind that our bias right now is bearish on UCAD, or on DXY, let's just look at UCAD. So we've got weekly time frame. We always start on the higher time frames, guys. So we got our monthly and weekly levels placed. That's what these levels are. And normally I always have these labeled, so I'm just going to go ahead and label them up, try to keep things as clean as possible. So we got a monthly level here. We got a few things going on this weekly time frame. We have this inverted hammer candle, which is a reversal candle showing some sort of transition on the lower time frame. But we are rejecting this weekly. We're rejecting the moving averages. So with that bearish bias in mind, going down to the daily time frame, we could see previously we had this pop up and inevitably started to fall. We're getting something similar. Moving averages right here are crossing. So more buyers than sellers are stepping in. Momentum is changing. As we go down time frames to the 4-hour time frame, we had a break of this level, which I would consider a 4-hour break structure. So 4-hour broke structure made this new high. Whenever we break structure, guys, what do? We bump up time frames, look at the daily, remember where we're at. Daily time frame overall still was bearish. So we're just keeping that in mind. We're keeping that in mind, keeping multiple scenarios in mind. So what we were waiting on this to go short was we were waiting on a break of this level, this 131,650. So that was support that had been established on this 1 hour time frame. And if we go into the premium analysis, we've been following this pretty closely. So all the way up to here, we were looking for a break at this level, updated it last night when we started to break. And now we've got this pullback. We've got the rejection of this level. We're below the 200. So definitely a potential area right here for entry. We've got this trade out in the signals. I'm going to monitor this as it happens. 30-minute, we had this pullback, but we're starting to fall off again. So again, this correlates with DXY. I'm looking for DXY to push a little lower. This thing would push this. We got 2.0 risk reward here. So little trade idea for UCAD, just running through the time frames there. Let's go over to USEF, looking at something similar. Let's bump up to monthly time frame. So monthly time frame, let's just get an idea of the overall picture. So we're at this monthly key level of support. We're coming down into that level right now. Last month's candle closed, a little bit of an exhaustion, but still pretty bearish. Down to the weekly. Most recently, we've had this bullish engulfing. So more buyers stepped in right there. And then price came up, tagged the moving average, large wick. And then this is just a spinning top. So this could, again, show signs of reversal here. Down to the daily. This is where we kind of see our structure overall. Structure is clearly very bearish, forming lows, lower highs, lows, lower highs, lows. And then we had this pullback right here where buyers came into the market. As we can see on the 4 hour, this thing moved higher, made this new higher high, and then inevitably we broke this support level, had this retest, and then we started to fall off from that level. So let's take a look. Now we're kind of at a low, no real entry opportunities at the moment, but based on this transition and then this break, pretty much what I would be looking for is once this candle confirms, so that's bearish variation there, and we have this bullish engulfing or bearish engulfing right there, and then even most recently we have this bearish variation. So all these variations, I'm on the lower time frame and I'm looking at structure and I'm saying, where are potential opportunities for entry? So this first one, broke a very minor level, and then we started to have breaks of this level, which is a little bit more major right there. And then inevitably we had a break of this level as well. So really, as soon as this broke right here, we were looking for sells, had this pullback. The best case entry could have been right here. And we could have even entered on this little breakout right there of the support level. And we had this low made, we pulled all the way back. And then we had this next lower high formed. So pretty much as this is pulling back, we're looking and we're making sure it doesn't break a previous lower high. And our previous lower high is pretty much right up here. So as long as this was maintained, we were still looking for sells, guys, still looking for sells. And then inevitably we had this little variation through the moving average. And then now we're at this point. Reason why I didn't take this trade personally was because this monthly level right here. So we're coming into a very key support level. Previously we tagged this wick right here. This wick flew back. So I'm kind of looking to see how price reacts to this level right now. We could get some sort of pullback at the moment. So waiting on USEF. Let's go over to GU. Let's go up to the monthly time frame. So monthly time frame overall is bearish. We made this lower high. We came up, tested this monthly level, huge fall off here. As we come down to the weekly, we've been saying this over and over and over again. GU has been bearish. It was bullish into this level, but overall structure on the weekly has been bearish. So this, formed some sort of lower high, formed rejection of the monthly. up here. Now, where are we right now? So we got to get down time frames. Obviously had a large fall off. But pretty much right now, what I'm seeing is we're within, this is a weekly key level that I have right here. Let me just replace this with an actual line. Boom. So this right here is a weekly level that we're below, at the moment. Daily obviously looks very bullish, forming higher lows, higher high, higher low at the moment. We're retesting the support level where we had this right here. We also have this, so definitely a key level that we're testing, finding buyers off of that level. But at the moment, we are going to take this off. We're coming back up to this weekly level. Lower time frames, 4-hour time frame obviously is pretty bearish. 1-hour time frames turning over to be bullish. But I need to see how it reacts to this level, this resistance level. I do expect us to see some sort of pullback right here, but on this daily time frame, I am looking for this thing to eventually head higher to get through the moving averages. Very similar to this, but we could see something right now like this. We could see it come up and find rejection ultimately before heading higher. So we could come up to this level, pull back into this support level, and then head a little bit higher. So GU, again, I'm just waiting on to see how it reacts to this weekly level right now. Definitely at a high right now. Found some buyers last night and headed higher. So we're going to see. I'm going to mark this for now. We're going to look at it like this. We're either going to reject on this level or we're going to move above like this. And we're going to look for buys above this level. So this is GU. I'm going to be waiting on this at the moment. Again, I'm going to be looking probably on the 4-hour on this. Nothing too crazy during the day. Let's get over to NU now. NU provided a pretty good setup. I actually exited this one kind of early, but let's go over it. Monthly time frame. So on the monthly overall on NU, we've been descending, over the course of the last 5 years or so. At the moment, last 5 months have been very bullish. 5 bullish candles in a row here. We're at a minor level right now, minor level of resistance. As I come down to the weekly time frame is actually testing this lower high. So I was actually looking for this to potentially reverse here, potentially come back. We had some reversals here that failed, large bullish volume, and then we had a reversal here that failed again. Coming down to the daily time frame is bullish, making highs and higher lows. And how do we denote that? We can either look at the moving averages on that pullback, or we can fib these levels, see how far they retrace. Either I'm looking for 38.2 to be hit, or I'm looking for moving averages to cross and then cross back over again, forming nice levels of support there. So we came up, made this new high, pulled back, made this higher low again. And then pretty much we're over in this area. What I saw was this pullback, large bullish candle, and then we had this bullish variation right here, which we could even break down further onto the 4-hour. So as you guys can see, the 4-hour was bearish, lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then we broke right here to be bullish. So we made this high, pulled all the way back, had this, higher low form, pulled back again. And then inevitably we started to look at this little area. And in this area, we had this bullish push through this lower time frame. So let's look at the lower time frame. So see how I'm just cycling through time frames right now. Weekly time frame, we're at a resistance, but the weekly candlesticks are telling us that there could be like a lot of sellers exhaustion. Sellers could not be in the market. So then daily was bullish, 4-hour bullish, 1-hour time frame, as we can see, was bearish until this broke. So that was that 4-hour push through. So the 4-hour broke, retested. I'm pretty sure my original entry was right here on this. and then we sort of like exited on this pullback, and then this thing started to head a little bit higher. So entries on this could have been either right here on this 200-day, could have been here on this pullback last night. And then, where are we targeting? How do we target? For you guys that are not sure, always target on the higher time frame. So entries, potentially here, bump back up to the 4-hour. I would target these highs right here. Boom. So this is a higher time frame move. So that's why I'm targeting, these highs. That's why I'm targeting this level. We were to fib this whole range right here. We could see 61.8 was tested, pulled back 50%, pulled back 38.2. So now, we're looking to test 0%, looking to test that last line of defense on the fib before we inevitably head higher. And yeah, so that's what our targets are on NU. This thing is into some profits, but I did close this trade early, which is fine. It's being a little bit more conservative right now because of the market conditions. Let's get over now to EU. So EU, let me just delete this trend line. So monthly time frame, or actually that trend line's not too bad. We can bring that back on. So monthly time frame has been pretty bearish, pretty bearish overall. Then this thing had this pushed up, came back, made this higher low. We're pushing up right now. A lot of bullish pressure coming since May. So thing has been getting very bullish. Let's just look right here where we are. We're at this high. We're above this weekly level. We started to get these reversal candles, but it's just a lot of indecision right now. As I came down time frames, I'm always looking for patterns at these highs. So on this daily time frame, we could see we've got a rectangle pattern. So the rectangle pattern is just a continuational pattern, consolidation, and then normally we'll push to the upside. So with that in mind, I started to go down time frames. Yeah, I started to go down time frames. Look, when would we want to get in as a buyer on this? The 4-hour time frame is still bullish. 4-hour time frame is still bullish. I know we pulled back a lot, but we didn't break this low. So the 4-hour is still bullish. As I come down to the 1-hour, pretty much where we were at was we were stuck in this area. We made this lower high. We needed to break above here, which we did. So let's bring this forward to where price is now. So we just broke above there. Now what I'm waiting for is a pullback. I'm waiting for a pullback through the moving averages to get long on this. Yeah, so EU, I'm looking to get long on this, but I need some sort of pullback. If this thing just keeps going higher, then I just won't enter. I'll wait till see how it reacts to this level up here. And last but not least, let's take a look at GJ. Let's start all the way up on the monthly. So monthly time frame on GJ, we have been bearish on this. Had this huge fall off here. Like, look at this before this candle was obviously coming into this confluence area, coming into this monthly key level, this trend line. A lot going on there for the bears. And then weekly time frame, we tagged this monthly level, 200-day trend line, large fall off. Now, where are we? We're at this weekly support level down here, so we can bump down time frames. We're at this weekly support level. Daily time frame overall is bullish. I see you got some questions. May I ask? Here you go, trend lines. We can answer them in 1 second. So we're coming down now to this weekly support level. I'm just going to fib this from this low to this high right here. So fibs always from low to a high, previous high or low right there. And where are we now? We're at this 618 level. I can actually adjust this a little bit to this area. So fibs, first bullish candle of the push, last bullish candle where it finds resistance. That's why I adjusted it right there. So right now we're at this 618 level, at this support level. But let's see what's going on in here. We're kind of just consolidating, forming this rectangle pattern. So I am looking for this thing to head lower. Even though it's crossing a little bit, I am looking for this thing to head lower. No matter what, guys, we need either a break above this level or a break below. This thing's just stuck in consolidation right now. As we can see, we're rejecting the highs right now. We could pull back now into the lows. So again, GU still staying with the same stuff, looking for this thing to come lower and head lower. So that is all the pairs that I have for you guys today. I'm going to ask you to draw trend lines. Drawing trend lines are pretty simple, guys. All you got to do, let me bump up to a higher time frame, and let's look at this area right here. So when you draw trend lines, guys, you want to start at a point A. So we're in an uptrend right here. So my point A would be on the wick of this bullish candle right here. And then I'm looking for another bullish candle at that next higher low, which would be right here. Boom. So I'll just highlight this for you. So this is in an uptrend. This is my point A right on that wick. This is my point B. And then inevitably, we're looking for potential entries at point C, which would be right over here. When price starts to come into this level, as we can see, also lines up with the weekly. So that's how you draw trend lines. That's in an uptrend, just from wick to wick. So one more time, I'm just going to tell you guys, come into this public channel, write in what your goals are for the end of the year, so you guys can enter in on the giveaway. I'm going to close that at the end of today, so make sure you guys get in there. We got a good amount of people in here, so make sure you get into the Discord. And if you guys aren't in the Discord, I'm just going to drop the Discord link in here. Yeah, write about Sumi can write about his future algo, fundamentals based algo that he's brought up. But yeah, come in here, write your goals for the rest of the year. I'm gonna pass this over to Nick. Just one more time, I went over UCAD, UJ, or not UJ, USEF, GU, NU, EU, and GJ. And I'm gonna pass the baton over to Nick.
Awesome. Good analysis. Yeah. Tons of value in that, guys. We went over some great opportunities, as well as some trades that we're already in. So nice job, Angelo. Thank you. So let's move on to some other pairs here. We're going to start off on DXY again. Just to kind of reiterate what Angelo said, take a closer look on this lower time frame. We know that if we go to the daily time frame, we had a major transition and trend here. Right, once we broke through 95 flat, which is our key monthly zone, this was holding as support for quite a while, kind of supporting this bullish trend here until ultimately we broke through. Price action breached this monthly zone and dropped into this lower range here. And then we started getting some consolidation. So we are definitely bearish now, looking for further bearish opportunities, or let's just drop to a 4-hour and see what we could find on this lower time frame here. All right, so here's that break. Here was that break through 95. Right now we're getting this bit of a descending channel here. This descending channel, and we recently had a break of this channel. Right, it pulled back. It looked like it was going to hit 38.2, give us some good structure. That's the daily fib. That would have been really nice if we reached here and then reversed. But we got about halfway through this zone here, right to 93.65 thereabout, and then it reversed. And now it looks like we're breaking back into this descending channel, which is good. But to confirm this, we really want to see a lower high. Just this blue trade path right here is really what we want to see to confirm more downside movement, right? I just want to see a lower high below 92.6, and then I could say this thing is very, very bearish, and we could definitely see, the prior low reached. All right. Until this little zone breaks here, we are gonna just kind of sit on the sidelines for a second, just kind of watch this play out. We really want to see a transition happen at 92.6 or 93.3, break above, confirmed higher low, then target higher, or vice versa, break lower, lower high below 92.6, target lower. All right, overall though, we are definitely bearish. You guys can just clearly see that, lower lows, lower highs, good bearish momentum, large candles. So Yeah, we're definitely favoring the downside first, but we're here. We're going to watch. We're going to wait and see how this reacts. All right, because this could easily bounce back too. Right, it could definitely consolidate within this little range here for a while before it ultimately, shows some conviction and then a direction. All right, so that's DXY. Quick cover of that. Let's move on to AUD USD daily time frame first. This actually it presented a good trade opportunity and looks like it's going to again in the form of a pullback. We'll get to that in a second. I just want to show you guys the overall trend here. So we were bearish. If we look to the left, lower lows, lower highs, huge bearish momentum. Corona happened. Then we started getting a nice pullback, very strong 4-hour bullish trend. That's what all this price action is here. All the way up to this monthly, very strong 4-hour bullish trend. And then ultimately, when this monthly zone broke and confirmed a higher low above, that was the confirmed transition on the daily time frame, meaning we went from a bearish trend to a bullish trend on the high time frame. All right, so now we can drop to a 4-hour, take a look at this bit of structure here and see what price action is doing. Okay, so now we're here on the 4-hour. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. All right, so we're here on the 4-hour. This was that break of the monthly, that daily transition right after price action surged through here. And then we started getting this ascending channel, very, high volume, expanding ascending channel. Like volume's actually picking up as this is developing, which is pretty cool. Very good pattern, very strong pattern, strong trend. So we're looking to continue with that, right? Daily trend is bullish, 4-hour trend is bullish. We're just looking to ride this trend and, ride it into new highs essentially. So where we are now, we had a nice rally up to 0%, which is just below or just above 0.74. All right, and then it pulled back, hit a deep fib level, 88.6, which was prior, which is support as well. Nice confluence area. Trend line is there. 200 EMA is there. So it came back down, rejected the 88.6, this whole level of confluence, pulled back, got back above 0.7265, this zone right here, which is good. It's what we want to see. And this essentially is an inverse head and shoulders. Guys, right? Left shoulder's right here. This is the head. This is the right shoulder. And now we're breaking through the neckline, right, which is completely horizontal. Absolutely perfect. So basically, you could have entered on the break, right? The initial break, if you saw some lower time frame, bullish variation, you could have entered on that. Or more conservatively, just wait for a pullback. Honestly, wait for a higher low, either testing at this broken resistance, now support at 0.73 flat, exactly. So any sort of higher low with bullish setups would be perfect. This is looking really, really good, to be honest. So yeah, this is what we want to see. Nice little pullback, confirmed higher low, entering on bullish setups, targeting higher towards the prior high and the negative 27. All right, so that's what we're looking for. Let's mark it up for shits just so we could see. Okay. It's going to be about a 50 pipper stop loss. You can even go a little bit less if you want. And then to this high, it's just over 100. So we're looking at 2.25 risk reward. Great trade. And this honestly has a lot more potential, especially if we target towards the negative 27. 3.6 to 1 risk reward. Really great trade, guys. Just, watch out for this one. This one could be really, really good opportunity if we see those right confirmations. All right, so that's AU, long there. Let's take a look at our next pair, AJ. Very similar. Very, very similar. We'll get to it in a second. Daily time frame first. Take a look at the overall trend. Very bearish, high volume channel, descending channel here. Guys, super, super bearish, lower highs, lower lows. JPY pairs always have so much volume. So this is kind of expected. But guys, yeah, just super, super bearish. This was Corona. We got a huge pullback, strong 4-hour trend, hit the monthly, kept continuing up, gave us this ascending triangle here, finally popped, broke and retested. So let's drop to a 4-hour. So we are bullish now on the daily time frame as well as the 4-hour. Right, definitely looking to make plays to the upside here outside of this overall channel, because we did get a break here of 76.6, which was a key resistance zone all the way back on the daily. So it finally broke. It rallied higher to 78.4, pulled back, gave us a higher low right at 76.6, and then formed a similar pattern that we just covered on AU, inverse head and shoulders. However, this one did not break the neckline yet. As we saw on AU, we broke the neckline, right? Clear break, waiting for that retest. AJ has not yet. It's still pretty much forming the right shoulder. So two ways this could go. Either we're looking for break and retest, just like we saw on AU. I want to enter at a higher low above 77.5. Or this could continue to consolidate. Could play this range a little bit longer, in which case we're not going to take any trades because there's more risk presented with playing this range here. You guys can take the trade if you want. You always have that option. But just keep in mind this is not a conservative entry if you do decide to short on this range here based on some bearish setups or something on a lower time frame. But the most conservative favorable trade here would definitely be this bullish setup. Break and retest, confirm higher low, entering long, targeting the prior high, and ultimately the negative 27 fib level. All right, so this one's looking really good as well. Just going to see how it plays out. Just going to see how it plays out. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a tissue.
This guy's always grabbing tissues. So we got chat.
I'm allergic to AU.
Let's see. So yeah, AU does move really slow. Look at GA. We won't be looking at GA or NSF. China wants to import from Australia, so pressure growing on weaker. UD. Guys, who is better in analysis? Angelo or Day? I'd say we're fairly similar. Pursue. Which one am I talking? Depends which one I'm talking.
All right, we're good. AU makes me sneeze, man.
All right, dude. You good or what? You can't just put a fucking tissue by your desk?
No, it's weird. I don't want the noise. I don't want the noise. It's freaking nasty.
Yeah.
All right, so that's AJ. Let's move on to UJ, guys. First thing I want to do is go to the daily time frame. I'm allergic to CHF. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? All right, let's zoom out. Daily time frame here on UJ, guys. Bearish as hell. I mean, this is like the biggest ascending triangle known to man. Key support being at 106 flat. So this thing is clearly bearish, obviously. And then even on these lower time frames too, we're just seeing lower high after lower high. Let's drop time frames right to the 4 hour. Yeah, same thing. Another descending triangle. 106 is definitely the key level here. We have just broken that, and we were actually expecting for a break, re-enter on a lower high. I really wanted to see 106 tested, looking for that MA pullback and then the MA cross with strong bearish setups. But that's okay. It's still playing out pretty nice. We're reaching the low of this triangle right at, what is this, 105.3. Okay, so this is fine. We're expecting price action to reach this low again. So it's actually, playing out. But the next play for this would simply be a break of the pattern, right? So we want to see this. Break lower, significant close below, retest, confirm lower high outside of the pattern. You can take a short opportunity based on that. Okay, so if that happens, that's one play. Or, it could pull back to 106. Again, give us an entry opportunity on a lower high. Whatever happens, we're really just looking for the right confirmations, whether it's a retest here or break and retest down here. Either way, we'll be ready. We did take a short opportunity in here on a 1 hour. So we're playing this 1 hour pattern here. So let's take a look. We entered right on here as this was breaking. All right, so we're playing this 1 hour. We're trying to play it into the 4 hours. So, that's one way to do it. You get onto those execution time frames. We see a nice opportunity on a lower high, fourth in a row, honestly. So just playing this pattern, nice short opportunity, got in on that, and then we were going to manage it into a 4 hour trade if we saw a break, retest, and so on. So that's how you kind of manage trades, turn them into longer positions, get more profit out of it, better risk to reward, obviously, and so on and so on. So this is where we're at now on UJ. Looking pretty good. Definitely going to give us some opportunity again this week. So we're just going to sit tight and kind of stalk the hell out of it. All right, so that's UJ. Definitely bearish. Just for the sake of analysis, what needs to happen for us to consider long setups? I want to see this entire set of lower highs break, and in fact, this one here as well. So that means I want to see price action reach, get above 106.7, and confirm a higher low above that zone. And then I'll consider, it'll be a transition from bearish trend to bullish trend on this time frame if I see this happen. Okay, until that happens, we're taking shorts only. We're looking at shorts only, and just kind of riding out this trend, playing these patterns, catching pips. All right, so that's UJ. Next is EJ. This one's looking great. Let's go ahead and go to the daily time frame for a second. Now, this was so bearish. If we just look at this channel here, another high volume channel, because it's JPY, right? Super high volume, bearish channel. Okay, so we saw a transition. We were bearish until we saw this transition take place. Huge break of this whole set of lower highs. Came back down, gave us a higher low, tested the trend line, found major support in this little pocket of confluence, 200 EMA, key resistance or key support. Then after it broke, weekly zone, and then it just took off. Transition to the MAs, gave us a nice double bottom, took off with the new trend, and shot all the way up to our monthly zone at 126.5. All right, so from here, just what's the first thing that should stand out to you guys is this up here. Look at all these freaking wicks, right? Double top, tons of exhaustion. Here again as well, looking like we're getting a lower high. All right, so there's something going on here. Price action's going sideways. There's a bit of a range happening. So we can go ahead and drop to a 4-hour. This says to me maybe there's, a change of buyers to sellers. It looks like something could be happening here. So let's go to the 4-hour and see what's going on. All right, so we're running out of steam as far as momentum goes, it looks like. We had a
Dude,
huge
EJ is
push.
dumping.
I know, it really is. We had a huge push up to 126.7 actually at 127 at its max, my bad. And then just came right back, double topped, just started bouncing between these two, zones here. So now we got a whole bunch of lower highs recently on this 1-hour. Nice set of lower highs, nice descending triangle again. Key support for this triangle being.
I entered on that 1-hour candle right there.
Yep. So 125.3, that's key support for this triangle. So we entered again right here on this 1-hour move, right? Great opportunity, nice tight stop loss. We're above 2 lower highs for our stop loss, so well protected. So entering this 1-hour move, targeting lower, we're looking to play it into a 4-hour move. We're looking to get pretty low on this because again, if we go to the 4-hour, once it breaks this zone here, 125.3, which is the middle zone basically of support, which looks like it's breaking right now, we can get a nice little lower high or some sort of retest on the back of end of a candle probably, and play it down towards 124. Okay, and this is a massive trade. So from where we entered, basically, we're looking to get 140 some odd pips, just well over 100, let's say. And yeah, great trade, great potential trade. You can see it's dumping right now. This one's looking pretty good. So yeah, just further confirmations after this point is what we want to see. Another lower high, confirm or give us confidence and confirm this push lower. All right, so that's EJ. Looking bearish on this time frame. Overall, again, we are very bullish. So once we do get down to this area, we have to reanalyze and see how price action is going to react. We're not gonna predict that it's going to blow through 124. We're going to shoot down all the way to a weekly. No, we don't know that. We don't know how price action is going to react at this zone yet. All we have to work with is what we can see right now. We see a descending triangle. We see price actions moving lower, lots of lower highs. We're looking to short on that. We're going to manage it accordingly. And then as we get to more, major zones, we'll reanalyze and, figure it out from there.
We need DXY right now. It's pulling back. We need DXY to reject and head lower, which I think it will because like I went over, looks like it's going to head into this support level down here.
Yep, 92.7, 92.6.
Yeah, so yeah, it looks like we could head a little bit lower down into that wick, grab buyers down there.
Yeah, definitely could. So yeah, guys, again, it really depends how price action reacts within these two zones. whether we get a break below 92.6, then this is definitely going to drop, or again, it could just keep bouncing. So we'll see. But right now it's looking good. We have some nice momentum stepping in. We got a transition, MA cross right here, you can see, and then we're bouncing off the MAs as well. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So let's go ahead and get through this last one. I just did EJ. Yeah, this thing's looking phenomenal. Gold, guys. This one's honestly an entry like right now. So let me get this. Let me just get to this. Daily time frame, bullish. Boom. This is like the easiest chart to look at on the daily time frame. Literally just a rocket ship. It's bullish as hell. So we did reach our new high at 2070, and we pulled back. Now we're consolidating. Let's go right to the 4-hour. Take a look at this. Huge ascending triangle. Huge ascending triangle. Tons and tons of volume. Key support being at 1925. Oh, I'm sorry. What is that? 1926. This key zone right here. Just look how strong the support is, how well price action, or how well it's holding price action, right? So we have an entry opportunity right now. We're breaking out of the pattern. We always thought this is going to continue higher. Nothing here has suggested that the sellers are in control, right? This entire chart on pretty much every freaking time frame, buyers are in control. Buyers are in control, okay? We're bullish on every time frame. So naturally, we're looking to continue long. So now we broke this little set of lower highs here, broke this little bit of resistance at 1950, and now it's above it. Price action is closed above. We're looking for some sort of higher low here to enter on with strong bullish setups. And then, guys, you can take this trade. If you see a pullback, higher low above 1950, a significant one with some bullish setups, target that or enter on that, and then target this. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, targeting towards the prior high. Stop loss is going to be just outside this zone, or you could even put it outside the MAs, right? Because if price action comes back down, breaking some of these higher lows here, it's an invalid trade anyway. So be conservative with it. I'm going to make it 250 to get about, what is that, 1200, 1250, something like that. So it's pretty much a 5-to-1, 4-to-1. Depending where you put your stop loss, I'd probably do about 4-to-1, something like that. Really great trade, though, guys. And this is just targeting the prior high. So, I mean, that's not even a negative fib level, which could potentially be all the way up here. Again, this is, it's going to take a lot of time to develop, so we'll see how it plays out. But this is definitely the immediate trade, guys. You guys can take this. I'm telling you now, this gives you a nice higher low. Enter this, buy this, target higher. All right, so that's gold. Nice little setup on gold. It's honestly beautiful. The biggest demand for gold, hedging for equities. This chat, man. All right, guys. So quick recap. Covered DXY, AU, AJ, UJ, EJ, and gold. Yeah, man, EJ does some nice.
Dude, US 30 is looking like a nice entry too.
Don't talk to me about US 30. Get out of here.
Dude.
Who's pulling up US 30 right now?
Let's look
this.
at
Oh, guys, long it. Buy it now. No.
US 30.
Yeah, US 30.
I'm just looking at US 30 on this. So overall, this thing is bullish. I mean, we've got this level of resistance that formed in March.
This is crazy.
Yeah, but pretty much what I'm looking at here is this.
What does
Angela Nick? We use TradingView. So backtesting. If you guys want to know how to backtest, just message me. I can send you a video for free of us backtesting.
There's also one on YouTube also.
Yeah, there's one on YouTube. I'll send you a video. But just coming under this daily time frame, we're pulling back, forming this higher low. A lot of times I like to use the 1 hour on US 30, at least for what I've tested it, like what I've already tested it. And this 1 hour time frame is breaking structure, getting bullish here. So US 30 is getting pretty bullish right now, guys. US 30 is getting bullish. So if you guys want to get in on this, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. That's all we're gonna give today. Remember, come into this chat, into the public section of the Discord, write down what your goals are so you guys can enter in on the giveaway for today. It's gonna be $50, so make sure you guys get in on this. It's a pretty big giveaway, so make sure you guys take part in this. Other than that, this is going to be, this is it for the live trading session. We'll be back
Yep.
tomorrow, same time, 8 a.m. EST. We appreciate all you guys for coming out, and I hope you guys have a good day, good night, wherever the hell you guys are at.
Yep.
Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace out,
Happy
everybody.
trading.